The information here is I've seen a list posted, a list of people who are going to be deported.
Oh,
yeah, there are many. You see,
Vietnam never did this, but they've started. Now, when you go to Tefl, police are actually stopping blacks and checking their visas and their passports.
They rejected it like something. They say, hey, we don't want to give it to you. You check your documents. I was like, ah.
The work permit was rejected.
Yeah, it was rejected.
You are from these countries I've already mentioned. You are not going to get e-visa. The only way to come to Vietnam now is through a business visa.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast with my man Chris. Now, today we are talking about, current Vietnam. In fact, Vietnam currently and Vietnam in 2025. Chris,
yeah,
what's up?
Good.
Are you good?
Yeah, it's very good. Quiet.
Yeah, that's right. Now you're getting into your Vietnamese language very well. So, how far with your work permit and your TLC?
It hasn't been easy. Because I thought it was going to be easier, like the first time I had my work permit. Because the first time it took less than a week and I had a work permit. So I thought, oh, within just 1 week it's going to come. But right now it's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's not coming. They rejected it like something. They say, hey, we don't want to give it to you. You check your documents. I was like, ah.
The work permit was rejected.
Yeah, it was rejected. It was rejected.
And I should say that previously, work permit just comes in just 1 week and is already out now. And I spoke to a friend, Peggy. Peggy has been in Vietnam for 5 years. This time, when she was applying for a work permit at TLC, she had to exit Vietnam, file for a new visa, and then come back again.
Yeah,
that is how bad it's got to.
Yeah.
So, guys, this video is going to be about Vietnam currently, in Vietnam in 2025. A lot of you have been texting me, sending me emails. Should I come to Vietnam? I want to come to Vietnam. Should I come to Vietnam? I've been hearing stories. Should I come? This video is going to answer that question, and we're going to say it as it is. You can take a cue from it. If you think you still want to come, you can come. If you don't want to come, fine. I told the guy told me that, is it worth coming in 2025? Is Vietnam worth coming in 2025? I told you it's going to depend, because if you have a work employer that is bringing you, sponsoring you, then you don't have a problem. But if you don't, and you plan on coming to hustle, coming to work and look for a job, that kind of stuff, then you rather tighten your belt.
Coming to Vietnam has always been worth it. Like, it's worth it to come to Vietnam, always. But the question is, will you even be able to come? Will you even be able to come? Because the moment you enter Vietnam with a good terms and conditions, with a good work and all that, it's always worth it. But how are you even going to manage your own way to enter Vietnam with those good conditions? That's the question. How will you be able to come?
How? Now, the how is the question. Because now, Vietnam has suspended e-visa for 3 countries, notably Ghana, Nigeria, Morocco. And I'm sure there are other countries, but we don't know. Now, there's something about Vietnam. When they do some of this thing, they don't put it out. So all these things we are talking about is not something that you can go to the official website and read, but you get some of this information from, lawyers and people who are close to them. And they will tell you, like, it's a fact, and it's been confirmed by people. Now, recently, you go to the portal, you apply for Vietnam e-visa, and it will tell you amended. 3 days it will be amended. And you come again. You go again next time, amended. It will amend for 1 year. If you are from Ghana, Nigeria, Morocco, don't bother yourself. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. And it goes more than other countries. But these are the 3 countries that are official.
It's not easy for a country to announce publicly that, hey, I'm denying you visa. Because your people also travel. So if you deny people from coming to your country, don't forget your your people are also in some other countries as well. They can also scrutinize them. So and
that is the reason why they won't put you.
Yes, it's very difficult. Okay. Even China has a large number of population.
Okay.
You understand? And they said that if they are supposed to, one police officer, according to sources, told one of my friend that if they are supposed to monitor every foreigner and send every foreigner within a day, they can do it.
Wow.
It's very simple for Chinese to do that. They can send every foreigner, but they don't want to do that because they are many and they have a lot of people outside.
Oh, okay.
So if they do that, it's going to be a political fight and all that.
Like what is happening now between South Africa and is it Hong Kong?
Yeah.
This country that broke out from China.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now South Africans are their government. They are threatening. I don't know if it's Hong Kong or Taiwan, and they are also retaliating.
Yeah. Okay. So they can't make it public. It's going to affect their productivity.
Okay.
But however, underground, they don't want you to come. Yes, they don't.
So now in Vietnam, if you want to come in Vietnam and you are from these countries I've already mentioned, you are not going to get e-visa. The only way to come to Vietnam now is through a business visa.
Yeah.
And a business visa means that somebody should sponsor you.
Yeah.
A company should sponsor you, that you are here, you are coming to work, you are coming to teach, or you are coming on a business purposes. The company knows you. And now it doesn't even go raw. Like first somebody can just sit somewhere and do it. Now after that, the company will have to go to immigration and sign an undertaking to say that he or she is going to be responsible for your stay in Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam is separating the boys from the men. You know, at first everybody can come in, but now if you are a man, you can enter Vietnam. Exactly. If you're not a man, you can't. Yeah, it's not for boys anymore.
So that is what is coming. And let me say that this is I'm not surprised. Personally, I'm not surprised with this decision because we saw how Africans trooped into Vietnam. To the fact that Africans were coming to Vietnam with their whole families. Like I had a lot of
I saw people, a family of 10.
You know, like a family of 10. They always come with their children.
Yeah, they come with their grannies, 2 children. Like, everybody.
I'm like, and they always get stranded. I'm like, even if it was America and you are going, will you go with the whole family at a go? You are not going to a new country, you're not going to settle. And so what happens is that when these people get stranded, it affects the wife, the husband, the children, and even if it was you, the man alone, you can. I mean, a friend can just accommodate you and you can find you, but you come with yourself, your wife, your
all the siblings, the aunties, the uncles,
and people were also duping. We saw Africans duping people. I mean, I wouldn't be a saint. There were a number of Ghanaians who were duping their others. Nigerians were doing same. Moroccans were doing same. Indians were doing same. I mean, all. So I'm not surprised they have arrived at this position.
Yeah. So in as much as we have the positive sides of foreigners in a country, we also have the negative side. How the pressure that they are going to put on the employment system. Aside that, you know, when foreigners go to a particular country, they always opt in. They accept any kind of low salaries. So they are like they are going to it's going to affect the productivity of the country because foreigners like low. Like maybe you go to a particular country because you are stranded. The employer will tell you, "I'm going to." And they will opt in for it. So the employers wouldn't focus on the productivity and the training and the innovation of the citizens. He's focusing on me paying the foreigner at a lesser amount. Yes, that's why we've seen so many instances where they pay foreigners 50.
Yeah, and now the matter has gotten so bad that we even have Ghanaians and Nigerians have been cited in Vietnamese news, trending on TikTok and on social media, on their web portals, that Ghanaians and Nigerians have settled here, and these guys they don't have permits, they are illegal, and so they are settling for as low as 50,000
VND per
hour. Just look at that. That's how much in dollars?
That's $2.
That's $2 for an hour. But you know, the average paid teacher in Vietnam is taking less than $10 per hour. And people are settling down to take that amount. And these people have overstayed, and it's so bad that you go on social media and these videos are trending, and I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. And so now, Vietnam, that's not all. In 2024, the realities of Vietnam now, Vietnam never did this, but they've started. Now, when you go to Tefl, police are actually stopping blacks and checking their visas and their passports.
Wow.
If you go to Tefl,
wow. I used to stay in Tefl.
Okay.
And currently I have an information in Tefl. And the information is there are hostels there that I won't mention the name.
Okay.
You understand? And there are a lot of foreigners in staying at that particular hostel. You understand? So the police have been cautioning them a lot of times. You understand? But Vietnamese, it's not like they don't like foreigners, but they are afraid. When we are many, people start doing a whole lot of things because because they think we are going to connive and just think about the country and just do So what they always see them, they caution them, don't do this.
Okay.
And
I think it's normal to be afraid because now you go to, we have bad record in Cambodia.
Yes.
We have bad record even in Philippines.
Yes.
Even in India.
Yes.
In India.
Yes.
In India.
Yes.
A sister told me a story of how they treated her when she was traveling to India.
Yeah.
So I think it's for Vietnamese, they have to respond. It's a step in the right direction.
And right now, the information here is I've seen a list.
Okay.
I've seen the landlord who posted a list of people who are going to be deported.
Oh.
Yeah, there are many, you see. A list of people who are going to be deported. But it's just like he said it's going to be sponsorship. You see. Per the message, he said, please, he said, police only checklist register for help. Please on the support list without having to pay the overstay fine and support airfare back home if desired. But we'll chat to see if everyone wants to go or stay to help. Remember to check to help and don't be afraid. Please cooperate. Wow. You understand? They are trying to help people to pay for their air tickets and support them, not even allow them to pay for the fine and send them back home.
That's how it's got
the list is there. Yeah.
So now this is a list of people who have been deported. Africans to be specific.
Yeah.
Now you know the funny part. Vietnam is a country, when they want to deport you, they will not support you. Mostly they will arrest you, they will put you behind bars, and then they will ask you to call your family home to send you money to buy tickets, and then you pay for the stay. Now they are even helping people to go back home.
Yeah.
Because people are stranded.
Yeah.
You know the Nigerian embassy tried to how do we even call that? That's not deport, to repatriate stranded Nigerians back home.
Yeah.
They did in collaboration with the ILO, International Travel Standards. I've forgotten this company. And I even did a video about it. Nigerians really dragged me. Now, apparently, they took only, I think, a few number of people because they said you had to meet a certain condition before they could take you back home. So a number of people who even registered to go back home, repatriated, were not repatriated. And so all these people are stranded. So now Vietnamese authorities are helping blacks
people
to
go back home. Yes.
Wow, that's so sad.
To go back home.
That's so sad. And other information also has that now they are even they are going to hostels and houses that are mainly occupied by foreigners.
Tefl. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And now when they see a black man in town, come. Viens ici. Visa.
If you no visa, let's go.
Show me your visa. And once you don't have visa, that tells you how bad the system has gotten, because Vietnam
never will a police stop you and say bring your passport. No.
Even in our village that we are, when the police are doing a spontaneous check on road and they see you are a black person, they said, go.
Yeah. I've seen so many instances. The last time, even just yesterday, when I was coming, I was wearing a black helmet, so the police stopped me. He didn't know, so he stopped me. He took the machine. Oh, go! Like he saw that I was black. He said I should go. They know we are not into that kind of problem. We don't have problem.
And now we have a lot of foreigners in Anhua now. There's a company now who has also brought in a number of about more than 15 foreigners, and there is no job for these guys. These guys, the woman is charging them for place they sleep. A whole lot of messed up something. And I'm even afraid that my district will also become like that.
Yes. So I'm using this platform to send a message to foreigners in general and foreigners living in countries where there are no problems. Don't cause problems. Don't litter. Don't insult any Vietnamese. Don't cause any problem. If you don't do that, we are all protecting a country where you think you can benefit.
Yeah.
So you don't have to cause any problem. That's the issue. You know, even every country would like foreigners to come in because that's where they get their money from. But they are also afraid of terrorism and those things.
Yeah.
In US, you know, that's why Trump is trying to fight terrorism. A foreigner can pick up a gun and shoot a citizen.
Yeah, it has happened before.
Yes, so it's not good. We should stop it so that
so let's use that point to say that if you live in one of these countryside, protect the place.
Protect the place.
Because the image that you live out is how they see all blacks.
Yes.
The image, whatever. So if you start beating, or you start abusing them,
it's a trend. The whole
so blacks are like that.
Yeah, it's
I always say that my district where I am, myself, Lucius, and there is this white guy, Damon. With now every white, you come here, you are free.
Yeah, you are free. You can roam.
And same to other foreigners who will be watching. You are free because we have protected the sanctity of black people.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'll be jogging and some of them will be on a bike and they'll just throw water. I won't mind you.
Yeah.
I go to school, I don't beat kids. And they say, oh, these people are good people.
Yeah.
So if you go and do any bad thing, now every foreigner will be viewed with that eye.
Yeah.
So that's just a caution. But that's what's happening in Tefl now. Fortunately, it hasn't gotten to the villages, the countryside. But I mean, if this doesn't stop, it's going to go all the way to.
Yeah. You see this video?
Yes.
This video, I don't want to mention the person and show the face, but it looks as if the landlord wanted, when you listen to the audio, the landlord was like, he said the person wanted to beat him up. See, please don't let this blah 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 stay in my house. He owes me a lot of money and beats me.
Wow.
You see, this is what it has gotten to. Why would you try to beat a landlord whilst you don't want to pay? It's not fair.
Wow.
It's not fair. And that's what it has gotten to.
Wow. Now, the next point is that Vietnam in 2025 or Vietnam currently. Now, if you apply for a business visa, you don't just, even when the company apply for you, now they have to add your police reports, add your work permit if you have, add a whole lot of documentation, and it will have to be cross-checked in the labor department before they issue a work permit to you. It tells you how the country, things are getting out of hand for foreigners.
Wow. At first, when you apply, it's just a few they won't even check a lot of things. But you know, now they are afraid of foreigners. They are afraid of Vietnam was a country who opened arms for more foreigners. But now we've just created a different impression. They are afraid of us anymore. Yeah. Right now, that's how it has gotten to.
Vietnam in 2025 or Vietnam currently. Now, it is so difficult to find a job in Vietnam. It is not easy. It is so difficult. But it is also not impossible. Let's get that.
It's not impossible.
But it is so difficult to find a job in Vietnam. Unlike it used to be some time back. Now you send emails, they won't mind you. And now most of them are now even resorting to even use more of native teachers. And now there is a new trend of native teachers. Is it the Algerians?
Algeria.
Yes, Algerians. Algerians are now the new Canadians.
Canadians. Yes. The skin.
Yeah, they have, most of Algerians have white skin. Some of them are dark, but most of them have the white skin. So,
and then they should consider Indians too.
No, Indians, I don't know, Indians are also white, but
when you see an Indian, you know it's an Indian
coming.
You know it's an Indian. But Algerian, you see an Algerian, you may think it's a Canadian or it's an European.
Algerian. So most schools are now they are easy to you know, let me not use words, they will be unpleasant. But I mean, Indians are the new Algerians are the new Canadians in Vietnam. And so now most workers prefer Algerians, Indians, Filipinos. Before we even come in, before we the dark skinned ones come in. And I mean, so if you are coming to Vietnam, make sure that all your documents are intact, are up to date. Make sure you have even IELTS, you have masters. I mean, something that can and make sure
even if you have those things, now it has become very difficult for a company to sponsor you, like genuinely. That the company will seriously follow your case and sponsor you, because you can be invited and work for 2 weeks, few months. When your visa expires, you leave. You will not mind you again. So that one is also there. So it's very difficult nowadays for companies. Like you get an authentic company, a serious company, and following your case to sponsor you.
Yeah, because so now if they have to sponsor you, they have to go to the office and present documents and sign to be responsible for you.
Yeah.
So that is the current problem now. And now you also sent me a document of the changes which has been made to immigration rules that now you can't even come to. If you come to you have to if you like previously you can come to Vietnam and maybe if your visa is over you go and you come in and you go and you come in.
I don't know if I should read. He said from today the immigration department only approves visitors to enter Vietnam under a single entry business visa. If during the business visa period the company don't make a work permit or for some reasons has not made a work permit in time, the immigration department can only consider and approve before maximum 2 times per person per 1 year.
Wow.
Yes. And the second application needs to be filed with explanations, work schedules and commitments. When guests enter Vietnam, they should immediately carry out the applying procedure for a work permit to avoid situations when the visa term expires and cannot be extended.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now you can only enter, we have expiry dates. You can only enter Vietnam twice a year.
Wow.
Yes, twice a year.
And you only come on a single entry. Not multiple entry anymore. Oh my God.
On a business visa, not a E visa. No.
You know, just some 4 months ago, Vietnam opened their doors for all countries. They extended e-visa to every country.
24 hours, your visa is in, then you are coming. Now,
and now the system has been abused to the extent that they have to clip it.
You go amend. So
guys, if you are applying for e-visa and it's telling you to amend, that is it.
You go amend.
I don't know what to say, whether we have caused it or I don't know, but that's the situation now. That is the situation now. So in all this, all we are saying is that this is just educational purposes. If you live in Vietnam or if you want to come to Vietnam, this is what the situation on the ground. It doesn't mean that if you want to come and teach in Vietnam, you shouldn't come. But what we are saying is that come with a job sponsorship. It's difficult.
And you shouldn't pay a penny.
Yes.
Don't pay. If you pay a penny, it means it's a fraud.
Reason is that now they demand commitment more than just payment. So anybody who invites you to Vietnam and doesn't have a job for you, you can either get, should I use the word fucked up now or later? If you don't get fucked up now, eventually you will. You will. Because you know, there was a man, this man sponsored a number of Africans to come here. Sponsored a number of Africans into Vietnam. And now, I don't know really what happened. But he had a legal problem. As a result, anybody under his company had to go out. And a number of teachers had to exit. And now, most of the teachers are now locked up in India,
Philippines,
Pakistan, Philippines, Cambodia, Malaysia, and these guys, Malaysia, and these guys. Now, if you are on his company and you are coming back, you need a new company. And the new company will not just sponsor you, but the new company will have to go pay a fine and sign document that he's going to he's going to what do we call it? What's the word? He's going to be responsible for you. And any new company who is working for you
pay a fine of $1,000
and sign that he will be responsible. He doesn't know you. He saw you on the internet. You're a teacher. What? So a lot of our friends now are now locked up in India, Pakistan, whatever, and it's a problem coming back to Vietnam. All because most of these people they work with a company that didn't have job for them. So guys, if you want to come, use the right channel. It's the most difficult, but make sure you go as planned. And don't just apply. Consider timelines to apply for jobs in Vietnam. It also matters. Yes.
So it's a word to the wise is enough. Even if we talk for days, then you are too desperate to travel, then you say you still want to come, no problem. You can come and take your lessons. After the lessons, after perishing, then you learn.
And let me also chip in this. Some people also want to come with education. I did a video where some guys wanted to come to education. Now, my latest revelation has it that in Vietnam, if you are schooling, you can't work. It is illegal. Although people are doing it, but it is illegal.
It is illegal.
I mean, if you haven't come cross with the law, you are okay. But once the law catches you,
when
it's illegal. So yes. So I did a video. The guy said blah blah, but it is illegal. So that is just by way of information. That is what is happening now. So if you want to come to Vietnam, look for a school, look for a job. If you want to come in school too, come in school. It is what it is. I work to the wise, like you said.
We don't. No tourists anymore.
No tourists.
No, we don't want tourists. Nobody should come and look at this place. It's enough. Come for business.
Yourself, business.
Yes.
Work.
Get money. No tourists anymore.
So guys, that is just a short but concise story and reflections of Vietnam in 2024 and in 2025 for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's a wrap for today.